What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And we're taking a little break from the Trump Tower. Going back to the Fox Theater. You know, I got 2 projects going on at once here, and that's actually pretty unusual. Usually I got like 5 or 6 projects going on at once. But to be truthfully honest, I got actually a lot of projects going on. There's so many things that are unfinished that I don't even want to talk about. Like the skyscraper over there. Do you guys even remember that skyscraper? Oh well, you know, I got a lot of things going on in the back burners here, so I'm gonna work on this because it's on the forefront of my mind, right? It's the Fox Theater Coveton, and it's coming along nicely, I think. Let me get on some juice real quick so you can see what's going on in here. I'm thinking about putting light in this place, right? I'm thinking about doing this, something like this. Let's see how that looks. Because, you know what, guys, I went through all this trouble to make a detailed interior, and I kind of want to show it off a little bit. And of course, it wouldn't be just like that. I would cover it up with end portal frames, such as this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe. I think maybe. I don't want to. It's so dark in here, and it's so hard to see in here. So I feel like if I put light holes, that'll be great. Because at nighttime, it'll be dark, right? During the day, you can come in here and look around. I'll think about it. What do you guys think? Should I put light in here? Of course, with the juice on, you can see everything, but okay. Anyway, what I want to work on today is I'm going to go downstairs. Oh, downstairs. Have you guys seen this yet? No, you have not. This is going to be the backstage for the artists. And I got a lot of space up here to work with. I got some places for offices up here. I don't know what I'm going to put exactly. If you guys got any ideas, I'm willing to listen to it. But this is going to be where the artists hang out before the show starts. Right, backstage. You know how backstage works. They got a little TV. We'll put TV first. A big screen. They got a big screen. They can play video games or they can watch shows or movies. I don't know what artists do backstage. I've never performed for anybody, really. Well, that's kind of... Have I? I don't even know. Nothing like this, okay? Nothing like this. So, definitely you're going to have some couches. Maybe bring that out a little bit. A place for them to call the ladies. You know the ladies. The ladies like to come backstage and hang out with the stars. So that's what this is going to be all about. Like a sectional couch like this. Okay, place to get cozy. If you know what I'm saying. I don't know what else goes in the backstage place. I got a lot of space up here. I got a lot of space up in here. That's kind of cramped. Hey, misclicks galore. Okay, so... I don't know, what else should I put in here? I feel like definitely like a glass coffee table, not a banner. Like that. Okay, and then maybe here a little, I don't know, a place where they keep the movies, right? You know, you have DVDs and stuff back here. I don't know, backstage. I may do just a fraction of this today and then really get some of your ideas because I'm kind of at a loss for ideas. I know, can you believe it? Beancrew49 doesn't have an idea? Who ever heard of such a thing? But that seems to be the case right now. I'm not really sure what to put in the backstage area. For some reason, I made this room huge. It's gonna be huge. I made it huge. I don't know why. Now I gotta... I can't even find the full block. I'll just do this. I can't even think of things to put back here. So, I need your ideas, guys. What goes in the backstage? I don't know why I just did that and then covered it up. I don't know. That was weird for me to do. Whatever. I do some weird things sometimes. You guys know that by now. Okay, so today is Friday. And we've got a little tradition here on the Desolation map. I don't have to tell you guys. You guys already know that on Fridays we do a little thing called Comment of the Week. Alright, this week's comment of the week comes from Redstone Commander. And he says, question of the week. How could the few people that know about the corruption of the government of the United States fix its problems? People like you are few in quantity. If people like you stood against it, you would be outnumbered and possibly fail. Thank you, Redstone Commander, for this question. Not really a question. He said question of the week, but I figured that this had a shorter answer, so I wasn't going to go full detail into it. But the reason I chose this question is because it made me furious. It made me really, really angry. And angry's not the word. It was just like more like sad. It made me sad. That's the word. Redstone Commander. First of all, first thing I want to say, people like me are not few in number. You're saying that people don't know the government's corrupt? Is that what you're saying? I think pretty much everyone knows that there's a lot of corruption in government. It just, people don't know the full extent of it. So yes, almost everyone knows the corruption in government. That's not something that few people know, as you say. To the extent that I believe that is going on in the government, maybe you're right. Maybe fewer people know about that. But I just don't understand this question. What do you think should be done? Do you think we should just say nothing? And because we're few in number, we should do nothing and just let the problem persist? I'm not sure what you're implying here. This question really was aggravating. Let me go back to the question, see what he said. I mean, I couldn't even wrap my brain around this question. People like you are few in quantity. If you stood against it, you'd be outnumbered and possibly fail. So let's see here. The government, as we call it, is what? Maybe a few hundred people, 1,000 people at the most that are running the show. And there's 350 million Americans, more than that now, more like 370 million people against a couple thousand. You think we're outnumbered? Like what? All you have to do is stand up. Just stand up and the government topples. If everyone were on the same page, the government would topple. This misconception that the government is in control of our lives is not true. There's a couple thousand of them, maybe 1,000, and there's 370 million of us. All it takes is a shift in consciousness to where people understand the degree of corruption, the degree of misdirection, the degree of lies that you're being fed. And part of the effectiveness of the government is that it feeds you lies that convince you that you have power, and convince you that they convince you that you're not being lied to. That's the weird thing about it. That's the crazy thing about it. But again, like this is just reeks of giving away your power. This question here, Redstone Commander, like why are you so willing to give up your power? You can do anything. Why does it matter? Even if, let's say that the entire world was against me and I knew something was wrong, I would still do everything in my power to change what was wrong, even if every single person in the world thought the opposite way. Do you think Rosa Parks thought that by going to the front of the bus that she was going to spark a cultural revolution that would inevitably bring equality to all races? Do you think Rosa Parks knew that? No, Rosa Parks was like, I'm one person and I can do this small thing, this tiny little thing that I know is right. I know that it's right. And I can do this and speak my truth and speak what's true to me. And the truth to her was that all people are equal and she didn't deserve to ride in the back of the bus. And her small little action made ripples across the entire country. If you're not familiar with Rosa Parks, if you're from another country, she was a black woman in the 1950s, and back then all black people were forced to sit in the back of the bus because they weren't considered full humans, basically. And what this little old lady, Rosa Parks, was, one day she was tired. She had enough of that nonsense. She wanted to sit in the front, so she did, and it caused social outrage, and it got national attention, and it sparked a movement. It helped spark a movement towards equality in this country. A little old lady doing some little thing. So, Redstone Commander, you think that just because you are a small little person that you don't have any effect on the world? Just because you're outnumbered, you don't try to fight it for what's right? That is exactly what the government wants. They want you to believe that you have no power like this, that you can't do anything, that you are just a little old me. Little old me can't do anything, right? They want you to believe that, because if 370 million people stood up and said, okay, that's enough of that, do you think these 1,000 people in power would be able to do anything about it? Of course not. They couldn't do anything about it because they're outnumbered vastly, on a magnitude of a million magnitude, guys. So that's the way that those in control remain control, is they get you to think that you have little power, right? They tell you you have power to vote. right? But that's oh man, I've gotten into that so much, and I don't want to get into that. But they convince you have power when you have none, and they convince you have no power when you have it all. And that's how they keep this misconception going. That's how they keep their power. That's how they stay in control, basically. So you guys got to stand up for what you believe is right, no matter what people think about you, no matter if you have the opportunity to fail. If you didn't do anything every time there was a chance of failure, you would do nothing. Of course you could fail at anything. You could fail at everything. It doesn't stop you from trying, does it? So my little part is, I'm telling you, okay? That's my little part. What you do with that is up to you, and I wish you luck on your journey, but I've done my part. I've told you, I've brought it to your attention. You can't unhear what I've said about the government, and if it rings true for you, then good. If it doesn't ring true for you yet, I guarantee you it will at some point. It will at some point. It might not even be this lifetime, but I guarantee you will know the truth at some point. And having heard the truth, you can't unhear it. So even something as small as just speaking out about injustice does big things. It does huge things because people hear that. And that's another thing, is, you know, Rosa Parks, all she did was what she thought was right, and she wasn't trying to spark a social movement. All she was doing was doing what she thought was right, and people saw that. People saw her doing this little thing that she knew was right, and then they said, oh wow, she's got, you know, there's some merit to what she's doing. And that's what you can do. That can, even if you think you have no power, that can be your power. Your power can be to do what is right and have other people see it. And that could spark a revolution. You know, for all I know, you know, I've spoken about injustices in the government and such things. And, you know, maybe I'm not going to be able to change anything myself, but maybe one of you having heard about the injustice will do something about it in the next 25 years or something like that. You know, you never know what kind of impact that you have on the world. Rosa Parks didn't know what kind of impact she was going to have, but she did her thing, and she knew what was right, and she did it. So don't worry about being outnumbered. Don't worry about what other people might think about it. Do what is inside of you, what you're compelled to do. And you know, if you're guided by the truth, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter if you're outnumbered. The truth speaks for itself. Absolutely speaks for itself. Okay, so that's what I want to say about that, right? So I'm not attacking you, Redstone Commander. I'm just the flaws in your statements were just, oh my goodness. It's such a and hopefully maybe you don't believe what you said and you were just trying to spark a debate or spark a comment. And I really do appreciate you, even if you really do feel that way. I really appreciate you for saying what you did and interacting in the comment section. I really appreciate everyone who interacts in the comment section, no matter what they say. I don't care what you say, as long as it's coming from a place of you know, honesty and truth. Then, you know, say whatever you feel in the comment section, guys. I don't want to stop you. And I mean, I apologize, Redstone Commander, if I came off as attacking, but you know, I saw some an opportunity to give my truth about your comment, and I took it. So okay, I'm not attacking you. I'm attacking your ideas, right? And I don't like the idea that you should just sit down if you're outnumbered or if you might fail. I mean, if everyone sat down when they had the chance of failing, nothing would happen. There would be no movement whatsoever. I mean, you could go to eat lunch today and you could fail at that. Doesn't mean you're not going to try to eat lunch, right? That's a weird example, but you get the idea, I hope. Okay, so I think I got a lot of work to do in here. I don't know what to put where. Let's shorten this out. So I'm gonna need some ideas in here. I'm gonna end this video now because I'm running out of ideas. I mean, I guess I could put musical instruments around so that they have, you know, they can practice. Maybe I'll do that over there. But I don't know what else to put on this in this backstage. I've never been backstage in my life. Okay, I don't know what goes on backstage. Counting on you guys to tell me. Can you guys tell me what goes on back here? I don't know. I'm not gonna put a stripper. Well, maybe I could. I don't know. I'm at that point of the idea process where I don't know what to put. That I might just put something like that. I don't know, guys. So I need your input here. And it's another week of some awesome Desolation videos. I feel like I don't know, just personally, these videos are getting a little bit funner for me. I don't know. I start new projects. I'm having a lot of fun with this Fox Theater. It's really coming out just as I envisioned it. So I'm getting renewed vigor, renewed enthusiasm for Desolation, and the Trump Tower is just coming along stupendously. So I'm really enjoying working on that. So it's always good, guys, when you work on these long-term big mega projects to stay motivated. And you can do that by building what you want to build, right? I saw this in my mind and now it's on the screen. It's crazy how that works. It's absolutely crazy. So stay motivated, stay encouraged. Always, you have the power, guys. You have so much power. You have no idea how much power you have. Every little action you do ripples across space and time. Every single thing you do. So make sure that the things you do are coming from a place of centeredness and a place of love and heart understanding. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like. Leave me some suggestions for the backstage room of the Fox Theater. Alright, guys, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.